What is up, guys? Today we are going to talk about how to actually achieve your music goals in 2025. So first you should find out what is the most essential, most important thing for you to do. What is the thing that is going to move the ball forward to the goal the most? So depending on your situation, it could be just making your songs sound good, making your music sound good, or it could be about you finding out how to get your songs mixed and mastered well enough so they can compete with the other professional recording artists. Or if you have figured those two things out already, it could be about figuring out how to market your music the best. So this sounds pretty obvious, but there are like many artists, I would say like most artists focus on the wrong stuff. They focus on like the not so important things. Like for example, let's say there's an artist who does like decent, like pretty good music. You could say it's good music, and they even got it mixed and mastered well. So it's a good song, but they're still focusing on like some small like sounds, like details on the production, and some like small tiny beat like stuff, like is this ad lib good or should it be like this, or like some like really small things, or just like kind of overcomplicating it, going too like deep on the song itself, when in reality they should be focusing on how do you actually promote this song, how do you market this song. Like if you have no like marketing plan, or you don't have anything going on, and or you don't know much about that stuff, that's what you should figure out what to do. Or you can always like get someone to do it for you, obviously. Pretty often, especially with artists, they tend to like sit on their music and overthink about it, and just like think about the music and the music and the music and the music, and then they got this song ready, this amazing masterpiece of a project, let's say, and it sounds really good, it's amazing, but then no one is gonna listen to it because they didn't pay attention to the essential, which would be the marketing. Like just for example, it could be anything. Like it doesn't need to be marketing. It could be the mixing master. It could be also the song in itself. Because often the stuff you don't focus on, even though you should, the essential. In this case, it could be marketing. It is stuff that you don't like, and you don't like doing it, and then you just kind of push it and push it, like doing homework for school or something. So that is something that is gonna slow you down so much. It's gonna slow you down so much, and you're not gonna achieve those goals if you don't do it like that. So be really robotic or stoic about it, and just wake up and think, what can I do today that is gonna move the ball forward the most? So you should choose the most essential thing that is gonna make the biggest impact, the biggest improvement in your music career. And just focus on the one essential thing. Maybe max two, but it's good to start from one. Because the more stuff you try to do at the same time, the worse you will do it, and then won't be any improvement in anything, you know? It's pretty easy to be in this almost like a ADHD state. It's probably because of many things, because of social media and so on. When you feel like motivated, you think, oh, I need to do this thing and that thing and all these million things at the same time. Like, I need to become a millionaire by next year, and I need to become a professional bodybuilder. I need to become a professional football player and fighter, and learn like million trillion languages and start like 100 billion gazillion businesses and stuff. Meanwhile, becoming an influencer and artist, and like doing all that stuff at the same time, it's really easy to fall into that kind of state. As sometimes people think, if I work in as many good things as possible, I'm gonna make the most improvements because I'm doing in so many different things. But in reality, it doesn't really work like that. People like overestimate how many things they can do at once. And also one thing to keep in mind is that you're pretty likely to either go to work or either go to school. So that already is one big part of your life. It might even be one essential task for you in a day. So that would already be like one essential thing. That's why I said like max two, because then you already had this one task, then you have only enough room for two. So if you already have something during the day, and then later on you should just mainly focus on one essential thing, which could be marketing, for example. And of course, realistically, you're going to be doing a bunch of other stuff too, but so you will prioritize these two or one essential tasks. And once you have this essential task figured out, you wanna eliminate distractions, which could be like you won't even notice it, but just think whatever doesn't help me on getting this one task done, it's not important. So for example, if you will come home from school and then you usually spend the day on your phone, on social media, or like playing games or something, or hanging out with your friends, and like, you know, just nothing crazy, no like crazy bad habits or anything, but thinking about consciously every time you do something, you're on your phone, thinking that, is this really like important to me? Does this really help with the task I was supposed to do, which is marketing? So you will probably like do a lot of less, like you will be surprised like how many like stupid pointless things we do in a day, like filler stuff. Or like if you meet your friends, like could you do it like faster, more efficiently, or something like that? Or if you make food, can you, how efficiently you can make it? Just be aware all the time what you're doing. Could you make it more efficient, or potentially get rid of it to make space for the essential task? Just by having this awareness is gonna change a lot of things. And once you have decided the essential thing, you will write it down somewhere, and you will like really tell yourself like, this is it for now, for the next like, I don't know, like couple weeks or months or something. This is it. This is what I'm gonna focus on only, on top of school, for example. And you get rid of all the unnecessary stuff in your free time. So once you get home and there isn't any like filler stuff for you to do, it's only like free time, it's really difficult not to do the important stuff. It's like you would be an idiot if you come home and you have like complete like free time because you got rid of all the distractions, and it makes it so much easier for you to focus on the important stuff. Just think about some fighting movies, for example. Always when the fighters lock in and they start grinding for their final fight or whatever, they move into some new place where there isn't much anything going on, and then they just like train for fighting, and that's it. And then they maybe have like their coach or their mentor, and that's it. Imagine traveling to like some fighting dojo or whatever in some other country where like you don't know anyone, there's like nothing for you to do there. It's really difficult to be distracted by some other stuff when that's like the main, like that's the only thing for you left to do, pretty much. So yeah, figure out the most essential things, not the things you like doing, but the things you have to do that are gonna move the ball forward the most, and start doing those and get rid of distractions. And be aware of what you're doing all the time. Is this really like moving the ball forward? That's pretty much it. Don't underestimate doing this. I will see you guys later.